Hello everyone, Nerdy Hillbilly here, and today is possibly the most saddest day of the year besides Valentine's Day. But besides that, um, people have different tributes and different ways of honoring the victims and the first responders of 9/11. Um, And the question I get most of the time is, where was I? I was in second grade at the time, and I was in school, and I came home, and everything was on the news, and of course, it was huge, and it was honestly the worst thing that could ever happen. Then the next day, I ended up going to school with a iron printed shirt of the towers with an eagle in the background crying. I remember that. And mostly I remember that because everybody else in school wanted one. Asked me where I got it. I was like, my mom gave it to me. But, how did I do today? I did alright. I decided not to watch the news as much because it just brings back the sad memories of all the people that we've lost and the wonderful towers we have lost as well. Uh, so I'm gonna do this cool. I'm doing the show and tell video as well. So you noticed in my last one I did the 3 video games and a movie. In this one I am doing a comic book, and I'm probably gonna do another show and tell video tonight. Because I went to Family Video after work, and I would like to show everybody this awesome comic that I got when I was in I got it when I was at Niagara Falls Comic Con of 2018, and it's really awesome. I've always wanted a copy of it, and if I couldn't find it in hard copy, I was gonna get it in Kindle copy. I usually have it framed. I took it out of the frame so I could show you the pictures. This is the Amazing Spider-Man issue 36. It's a plain black comic, and it is the 9/11 tribute Amazing Spider-Man comic. And you're like, oh my, that is so nerdy hillbilly. Yeah, I guess you can say that. And it was pretty sad. In the first scene is you see Spider-Man and the towers are falling. And there's Spider-Man right there. And then, sadly, the next scene also, the one you see online the most when you search up 9/11 tribute comic, it's the one where there's the couple running away from the building, and the guy goes, "Where were you?" And the woman yells out, "How could you let this happen?" And it's a picture of Spider-Man um, web swinging away from the wreckage. And then, of course, you go through the comic, and it talks about how the first responders are on the scene, and yes, they show the superheroes there too. But I love this comic because they talk about how the first responders are the heroes without capes, and they were that day. Let's see here. We also got the scene where Doctor Doom, who is a villain of the Fantastic Four, even says that who could stoop to this low, which is kind of contradicting because Doctor Doom has been trying to destroy or take over the world and past comics, where in this one he's you actually like Doctor Doom. He goes, these are pretty bad individuals. Moving on, all about the world leaders talking. Spider-Man saves a kid from the wreckage. The kid finds out he lost his dad in the Twin Towers. And also, a girl is losing her life in this comic right here. Spider-Man is sobbing on the inside of that mask, pretty much. Captain America is just outraged about everything in this whole time of distress and all that. It's very sad. Like, I read this comic when I was in Niagara Falls Comic Con. I went up to the second floor. I was waiting for the Beers with Cliff and Norm from Cheers event, and I was reading this comic right outside the door where the event was going to be, and I could barely get through it. I was like, oh my god, I can't get through this. So I forced myself. I read and I read and I read, and then by the time I was done with it, I had to kill another hour and a half until the event. So in this scene, it shows Mr. Fantastic and the Thing. They're helping out with the wreckage. They're trying to pick everything up, help FEMA out. And of course, everyone around the world, even the people of New York City, are watching. And here's my favorite part of the comic, where they honor the first responders in the last page. And it says, stand tall, which we did. After that, we stand tall, we honor 9/11 like any other holiday, or we honor the fallen. This is why we try to not take things for granted, enjoy what we have, because it can be gone in a blink of an eye. Alright, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this little 9/11 show and tell video. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.